Good evening, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight. You know what time it is. It's Sunday night, and you know what that means. FRR Cup Series racing. That's right, Cup Series racing. And tonight we are at Richmond International Raceway. So we are going to be around here, running around Richmond again, and for the second time this season. And we're going to do something a little special. We are going to check in on the qualifying. Let's take a peek in on the qualifying here and see how these guys do. Let's just kind of surprise these guys and kind of spy check, as we as getting the oh no, come on, don't say I'm frozen. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. And then I need head notifications. There we go. And now we're gonna go try to take a sneak peek at the qualifying, because I want to see these guys qualifying. I want to see who gets, if I can, I want to see who watches the I think they started. Wait a minute. No, they haven't. They're getting ready to start. Alright, they're getting ready to start qualifying, and we are going to jump on in and watch some qualifying action as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. FRR Racing, prime time racing. My partner B Nizzy, my big dog, he'll be with me up here sometime soon. I know he'll be up here tonight. He said we should be up here tonight, so waiting on B Nizzy. He should be here soon. Had a great night of racing this week, y'all. I don't know, you saw those races earlier tonight. They just had Kill Switch win at Daytona. They had a awesome finish at Daytona. Checo won the Kill Switch sliders on Sunday nights, and then Davey Allison, full redemption in the FTR Pro Series. Earlier this evening at about 6 o'clock, the early race. So, a couple awesome races that just finished up tonight with Davey Allison after what happened last week to Teknasi, in that final lap, to the redemption of Davey Allison, and actually the redemption that he got back and winning tonight. In the FTR Pro Series, and then just finished watching up the Kill Switch Daytona race, the Sunday Sliders Series, and that came into a real cool, awesome finish, man. Those guys, Checo, congratulations to Checo, pulling that one out. He played it perfect. So we're gonna see how perfect these guys are tonight at Richmond. Tonight being at Richmond, I believe we've been to Richmond already to before, and it looks like they're come. Oh, they are just paused it because I'm getting ready to sneak in the back door of qualifying here in a second. See, okay, as soon as they start loading, there they go. It's always fun to be sneaky. So we're just going to pop in on their we're gonna pop in on their qualifying this evening and see for ourselves who gets the pole tonight. Will it be typical? Will it be Favre? Will it even be field filler? This is another really good track that field filler runs on. I expect field filler to have a really, really good night. And I also expect Typical to have a good night as well. Typical has had an unbelievably awesome season to these guys as we are starting now. As guys, kidding. It looks like. Woo! It looks like we got a little lag. I think a little lag is putting it like mini golf. Yeah, I don't think they're getting a qualifying lap off of that one. Jay Lamb's hitting sideways, rapid. He does. He's just just spitting it. AJ just wants to do a few donuts up in the grass. And well, he must have been ghosted because he was trying to make a right T-bone for him. All right, so let's go ahead and back on out. And here he is, everybody. My dog Venus, he just finally back in the house. What's going on, dog?
What's going on, Shady?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. We are just trying to try. We're trying to view. We're trying to view the lobby. Or obviously we're trying to view the qualifying lobby.
I see.
We want to view the qualifying, so we're trying. So getting a couple. Another couple. So how you been, Ron? How's everything going with you?
Going all right. Trying to figure out why every time I try to accept an invite, it sends me back to set up my settings for this 2022. Won't save. So Richmond tonight, right?
Yes, we are. We are
Should be a good one.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, I just sent you a Facebook message. I believe we raced here before earlier in the season, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think it came down to Typical winning that one as well, if my memory serves me
Sounds about right.
correctly. Now let's just wait for him to. I shall tell you later, my friend.
Okay.
And so we're just gonna give our viewers a little bit of a different night tonight instead of kind of talking turkey, talking some trash, and just shooting the shit a little bit. And we're gonna actually sneak in and pop in and watch some qualifying. So looks like they're going to qualify. Did you get an invite for the qualifying? All right, no, I'll send you another one real quick. All dude, I'm counting on you to just sent it. I'm
It
sending you.
went from like 100 all week to like 75 today, and it's like allergies or something. Don't like it.
Uh, Dude, I tell you, it got it. You're talking about high temperatures. I'm talking about like 103, 104. That's about the temperature that I had myself. The fever I was running, man. I've been sick as a dog
Oh, that
in
sucks.
the past week and a half. I just kind of really started feeling much better today, but I got
I hope you
some
didn't pass it
strength.
to me through the mic.
I I hope I don't, man. I didn't even want to wish this on
I'm starting
my
to
work.
feel it.
I've done my worst enemy. I tell you, man, it's been brutal. All right, these guys are going around. We got Favre out on the track right now. Got True Death, Racer Rick, Mucka, Pittman, Field Filler, Rapid. There's Flash, Golf, J Lamb, Danny, Mac, Nick Ross, and that's so. So I know so we're missing a couple of guys.
Are we?
Now I know that we're actually missing um, Shovelhead. Shovelhead is out of state with his family, so Shovelhead was it was not even signed up for the race tonight. But everybody else, but I mean, I don't see Typical out here.
Hmm.
Let's just see Favre and Truda. Race Rick Muckuff. There's Steel Filler, THC, Hurricane Hall. There's Flash, Mini Golf, J Lamb. So yeah, Typical is not even on. I tell you, I'm riding with Favre in the 4 car, and if I got if I'm rolling a dice, I'm rolling them up where they're coming up at number 4, because I think that number 4 is gonna have this pole.
That was a nice paint scheme.
It is too, man. I like that that number 1 characteristic.
Danny MD. Oh wait, what am I talking about?
Uh,
I'm looking at the results.
yeah. See, they
Never mind.
yeah, said, hey, that's a good little trick, man. Could that, so how, some people, try to pit, at that halfway mark so they can get that one fast lap at the very end. Where, hey, I say screw that. I'm gonna my faster lap is gonna be already faster than you. I'm gonna take it to the end and not give you a chance. We're gonna see and check out who won the poll. Don't forget to take to back out. So we're gonna need to back out after we take a quick peek. And who we got? We got Showtime Flash second.
Favre
I
gets the pole.
told you, Favre is sitting on the pole at first,
Field
and
filler.
then Showtime Field Filler. All right, we're making. All right, let me back on out of here. Make sure you're back on out of there real quick, man. Like, I think they're gonna go right into. They're letting the clock go right on into it, so we don't have a long lobby. But not. I'm not definitely not surprised in the starting order. But I tell you what, I'm 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 going with Field Filler tonight, man. I feel field. I'm feeling field. I'm feeling the Field Filler tonight. He's got that. He got a win earlier this season in Vegas, This is his kind of, his kind of track, kind of right in his wheelhouse here. I think he's gonna have a great car qualifying third, man. I'm riding with that 5 car tonight.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah, okay, yeah, make a pick. Who you gonna go with? You're
On
gonna
my
go.
pick,
But I mean, well, because you got, I think you got. I mean, is typical. Did you see typical there? Yeah, okay.
mm,
Typical. Yeah, he is there. He is there, and Perky as well. Typical and Perky did not make qualifying, but they are gonna. So they will start at the rear. So typical is in game, but I'm going with field filler as my number one, and my dark horse is going to be Perky. Perky has had a heck of a season, man. That guy comes through the field just about every race. So and he's had some dynamite finishes has come very close to winning quite a few of them. So I'm going with those guys, and I think the timer just started. Okay, so now we're going racing, fellas. Did you get any invites? You got them, so you're good?
yep.
All right, just wanted to make sure that you're good before I go ahead and click on in. So we sit back and watch these boys race a little bit.
All right.
I think we're gonna see a heck of a show too, man. Because I think Flash has got some momentum coming into tonight. I know that he won last week at with Phantom Racing League on Thursday nights, man. I know he won last week on at Phantom, so he got a lot of he's got a lot of momentum on his side, and he got a win a couple weeks ago here at FRR. I can't remember where he got it at. But jumping out here now, jumping out to the front early, there's Favre in that 4 car as we introduce the field for everybody as number Favre and his number 4 championship car. Showtime Flash running second in his number 24 Exalta. Field filler in that number 5. Nice paint scheme at number 5. Racer Rick in the 34. Great starting spot for Racer Rick up towards the front. J Lamb as well. J Lamb driving that 48 Ally Chevrolet. Mini Golf in that famous Wood Brothers 21 Motorcraft Ford for Mini Golf. 19mm in the 12 car. There's a 19mm. He's looking to have a good race tonight. Same with Mucka. Mucka in the 2 car driving that Discount Tire. He's had a couple of really good solid finishes of late, coming on really strong. Danny MD in the 45 car. Here he is, Danny MD. He's kind of adjusting to these new cars still, as a lot of these folks, but he's doing a great job in that number 45. Rapid in the 44 car. There's Rapid hanging down that We Are Grambling as he hits the wall. Just made contact with the wall, trying to get it straight. But Rapid in the 44. Hick Ross in the 18. Here he is, Hick Ross. He's looking to have a good race tonight. This is his kind of track. He likes this kind of track. I think he's going to have a good race as well in that number 18 car. Hurricane Hull in the number 9. There's Hurricane Hull driving that number 9 car, having a great start as he's up there in the top 10 already. Here's Hurricane Hull. Look, he's been getting better and better all season long. Like Hurricane Hull has. True Death in that number 3 as he's kind of sandwiched in there between Danny MD and Typical in the 10, but there's True Death in that number 3, unusually starting in the back a little bit. He's been sort of starting in the front, but starting in the back. In the 17, we've got Mac. Mac driving that 17 car. I love that paint scheme. I love that paint scheme, dude. I love that blue and black on that number 17 car. I think it's bad. I think it's awesome. It's just badass. Mac in that number 17. THC in at number 7. There's THC driving number 7. He's looking to get the season going, man. He's going to get cranking in on his season. KB Showtime in at 38. KB Showtime has some major damage to the front end of this 38 car. I'm not sure what happened or where it happened, but definitely he's got a lot of major damage as Danny MD comes down to the apron. King
Two
G
deaths in the pits.
King G in the 41. King G in the 41 as green flag pit stops. G Petro also has some major damage, and he's in the 8 car tonight, driving that number 8 car, but he has already got some major damage. So a lot has been taking place. These guys getting racy as we follow Tekken on Typical. Typical's kind of all by himself. He's in no man's land at this point in time. Perky in the 14. There's Perky in that number 14 car, already driving towards the front. He's coming ready, and he's taking another position. He's looking underneath a Pittman. Everybody knows Pittman, and everybody knows FedEx. Everybody knows Pittman is in that FedEx Toyota. That is our field. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. There's our as we run through the field. And up here to the front, no surprise, FRR still in the lead, but it's gotten a little bit tighter there, Nizzy, man. Looks like Flash has kind of closed in at that space a little bit between he and FRR.
Yeah, and some strategy here from the 3 car. He just pitted and took right side tires.
So the 3 car just pitted.
Yeah, pitted a few laps ago. 1 or 2 laps ago. I'm guessing it's a strategy.
Well,
he has enough fuel now to make it to the end. He took right side tires. So looks like he's trying to pull something off here.
Yeah, he's hauling ass right around the track, and he might have had something happen, you know, if he knows that he can go a lap down now, and get it and take it to the end of the stage and just get it back at the end of the stage, possibly. I know he didn't have the qualifying spot that he wanted. And I think that's those are the leaders behind him there. I think that's Favre and Flash there behind him. So it looks like he's going to be in danger of going a lap down here very, very soon.
Well, I'm sure he's already a lap down. He pitted, so.
Well, okay, so he might be 2 laps down. So
that's what I'm guessing, is that he's
something's going on. Something's happened with that number 3 car, but he can make it up.
Unless he just pitted himself or got pitted by somebody else.
Right. Well,
I'm following his stream. I didn't hear any. Yeah, he's already a lap down.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't hear any commotion. Like, it didn't seem like
But he could get that back.
Like he just pitted.
Yeah, he can get that back on the stage, though.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, when these guys pit, he could get his lap back. It's just...
Well, we got another coming.
If he goes down
car.
2 laps...
Petro's coming down pit road now in the 8 car.
Petro's already a lap. He's probably 2 laps down by now. He has heavy damage. Something happened to him at the very start of the race. He went down a lap within the first 5 laps.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. As we take a ride with Typical, we check in with Typical real quick, see where he's been running at here. We're riding on Typical. I'd like to see how these guys get around these courses.
Field really spread out right now. Huge gaps between everybody.
Yep. This is a Typical. I think Typical is back still in 16th position. So he's catching up now on some guys, but
here comes Hick Ross to make a pit.
Hick Ross is welcoming down pit road. There's Hick Ross. There he is. There. So we got a lot out on pit road now. We got a lot of kinds of cars.
9 Hurricane Hall is coming out of the pits.
So green flag
Mac
stops.
is in.
So I want to stick on typical.
Showtime Flash coming in from P2.
Yep. So a lot of cars still haven't come out, so I'm still trying to see who. Right now, Favre still is out, so he's still the leader. Now, Flash has just come down pit road, so I guarantee you'll see Favre pit the next time by. I guarantee it. I've kind of noticed that pattern all season that Favre always pits one lap after.
Not this time.
Not this
He's
time.
staying out.
Okay, so he's staying out. He's gonna run
He's
that
stayed
sucker.
out 2 laps so far, more than.
Yeah, he's still gonna keep that sucker dry. But a good run, right? Because right now, Showtime Flash is in 9th. Typical is in 10th. The Perky is already up to 11th. Pittman is 12th, and True Death is 13th.
Yeah, and True Death is. I was just gonna say he's doing a good job of holding that spot in front of the leader here. Leader's gonna have to pit soon. True Death can keep it clean. We'll see where he winds up. Not sure when he. I'm gonna rewind and see where he came in actually.
Yeah.
What position he was in.
I'm wondering what field position field filler is in as well. I want to see where field filler is. I can see where he's at.
So True Death was 10th when he made his pit stop. And that, I'm looking at it, yeah, that was a scheduled stop.
Okay, so here comes
when
the
he
leader
came in.
now. Here comes the 4 now down pit road. So here comes Favre. So now this should open things up a little bit. And so he's got, there's 12 laps to go. And he's only stopping for fuel. He only made a fuel stop. He didn't even make stop for tires, so he's already back out. With 10 laps to go, he's in 8th spot with 10 laps to go. So right now, the 5 of field filler is shown and scored as the leader right now. But has field filler pitted? I think he has. I think field filler has already come in and made his pit stop. And field filler is having a great race right now. As it is, it has with looks like 9 to go, 8 to go this time by, with field filler as your leader.
I don't know if he would have had to take fuel only as well if he made his pit stop already.
On Favre's stream, he has him. It's marked on the little map at that this little engine is getting it done on this stage 1. There he's coming in now. Here he comes now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Here
think
he comes
pitted,
in
though.
now. Okay, so now he'll relinquish. He'll relinquish that. Then I wonder if he stayed out. If he may have stayed out too long there. I tell you what, typical is coming. Typical is coming. Right now, they have as the 21 of Mini Golf as scored as a leader, but he is now on pit road for his service on his 21 car. Sure, he's probably just going to get fuel only as well, and he'll be down and away. But that just broke open, and Favre comes around, and Favre is now scored the leader once again. There we go. And there's the distance that FRR has already between he and second place Flash. Field Filler in third, Typical in fourth, Mucka up to fifth. So your classic green flag pit stop that really spread things out for FRR as he's now on cruise control. I tell you what, Nizzy,
coming to 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 to go. That I tell you what, man, the past couple weeks, FRR has really been flexing his championship muscle, man. He really has. He has put together some dynamite wins as he comes around off of turn 4 now to take stage 1 at Richmond. And I tell you, man, he's had some battles as he goes around. They got one more lap, so this is the last lap here. But he's been really strong. He has really started stretching his muscles a little bit, and has really shown a lot of power, man. He really has. It's been awesome to watch, dude. It's been really awesome to watch, and we've had some really awesome races. Typical and Showtime as well. They've been there, and Field Filler as well. Field Filler's having a great race tonight. He's up to third.
Clean and green, stage 1. True Death gained 1 spot from his pit strategy. He came in 10th, finished the stage 9th.
Yeah, that didn't work out. I think as well as he was wanting. And I tell you this, man, look at this. Who's already up to sixth? He's up to sixth place from last place, and that is the number 14 of Perky.
I see him do that a lot.
And he does it, and you can watch it. That he is completely. He doesn't touch a single car the entire time, and gets through the field without touching a single car. As he's right behind the Hornet's Nest here. He's got several guys here. Mucka on the inside, Typical on the inside. Perky stuck on the outside. He's going to go side by side with with Hurricane Hall in the 9 car going into turn 1. Perky is going to relinquish that position as Hurricane Hall had position, and now here comes Mucka following underneath, and True Death as they're kind of ganging up on Perky here a little bit. Perky's having a great run though, man. I think he has he's better suited on the long run on a long run car. Once he gets
he just needs to get that thing wound up a bit.
Yeah, once he gets it warmed up, he'll be just fine. But speaking of that 9 car. Hurricane Hall having a great run. Look at this. He's in this top 5 in a top 5 draft, and holding strong right with them, having a great run. And that's Hurricane Hall. I've raced with him a couple of times in a couple Xfinity and Cup Series races. Really fun, dude. Really fun guy, dude. Really fun guy. What a really clean dude, too, man. Really good driver. And it's good to see him get a really good race going tonight and get some positive momentum. Because he's right there, man. He's got a car as Field Filler slides up and looked like he got out of the throttle. Maybe he got loose coming off.
Pitman and Mini Golf going at it.
Who?
Big time.
Pitman
wreck. And Mini Golf.
Big wreck. The 17 all of a sudden is what I saw went around. And you said it was Mini Golf and who?
Pittman. They were banging each other's doors for about a lap. And then 21 got in the wall. Came back down and doored him.
Oh, boy. And this caution, yeah, kind of knew caution was going to be called on that. Okay, so here we're riding with Mini Golf, and kind of check out his car. It looked like he's got some front end damage
yeah, he was
on
going
the right
at
front end. So it looks like he's got some right front damage to that 21. And you said he and the 11 that went at it and started beating doors?
Yep. Yeah. Mini Golf is on the outside. I'm not sure what started it. I saw the 21 was, I was riding on board the 21, and I noticed him get loose. And then I switched cameras, and I saw that the 11 was under him. So I think there was contact there. And then the next two corners, the 11 was taking kind of a high line on exit and kind of rubbing him a bit. And then Mini Golf kind of came down into him after that. And then the 11 came up off the corner, had the edge on him, and kind of squeezed him into the wall. 21 hit the wall hard, came back down hard into the 11's right side.
Oh, wow.
So some short track tempers going on here.
Yeah, it sounds something like they have, just like you was about to say, man, some short track racing temperatures, but you got to expect that at a track like this too, man. You got to expect stuff like that to happen as we're going to go around here and kick off as that number 4 car of Favre is going to lead us to green. Well, actually, the 24. What are they? The Rainbow Warriors is what they call them. Well, he got the Rainbow Warriors for him on this pick for this time, and winning out of the pit road, and Showtime Flash is going to lead us to green, not Favre. So Showtime Flash's pit crew put him in first. Gets a great jump going into 1 and 2. Get in line perfectly. As they come around, Showtime Flash in the lead, but has Favre and Typical and Field Filler all hot on his tails. As Hurricane Hole and back here in the middle, Hurricane Hole and Perky also doing some battle back here. Riding with Racer Rick too. Racer Rick just outside of the top 10, trying to break into that top 10. He's got Mini Golf and Pittman and 9mm in his way. We got a bit of a wash going on back here. Now let's go back up front. Let's check back up front.
I'm just riding with this 21 right now because him and the 11 are still together.
Yeah, taking a look at it.
They've been clean so far. Maybe a little bump there from the 11th. A little bump and run by the 11. 21 gets the wall again. He's not going to be happy about that one. They kind of got stacked up there, though. The 12 was in front of the 21. And the 21 was trying to lay off the 12's bumper. And then the 11 just barely gave him a nudge. It was fair game. He kind of moved him up the track a little, and the 21 got loose and hit the wall hard.
And you can see he's got a lot more damage. And
he's catching up to the 11 now, though, because the 11 just missed the corner and got past.
Yep, he's looking for that 11 here.
Oh, they're both driving hard right now.
Yeah. So
they're both missing the corners, getting the apron.
Yeah, we got it's like we got a high-speed police chase going on.
The 11's trying to get away from the 21. The 21's trying to catch the 11.
That's right. You ever heard that expression, run it like you stole it? Hey, now here comes Hick Ross in the 18.
Pittman gave him a pit maneuver is what happened.
That's exactly what it was.
And he just gave the 12 a pit maneuver, too.
Wow, so Pittman in the 11. Where's Pittman? Let's go. Let's check in on Pittman. There we go.
Yeah, he's not too happy with these Fords.
No, he looks like he's not. It looks like he's getting really impatient trying to get through these guys, and now he gets underneath of the 12 of the 19 millimeter. 9
21
millimeters
just ran to the back of the 18.
Perfect crossover completed by the 12 car of 9 millimeter. Pittman fights back on the outside going into 3 and 4. It's gonna allow 9 millimeter to take over the spot, but Pittman is right on his back tail as they go down the backstretch.
I'm telling you, this is like a Ford and Toyota war back here. All the Fords are running into the Toyotas. All the Toyotas are running into the Fords.
Oh, this is great. This is great. And you're
well, now right when I say that, a Ford runs into a Ford, so.
Well, right now, speaking of Ford and Chevy, we have a battle up front for the lead as FRR has now caught Showtime Flash and is underneath him as side by side and taking the lead from him in turn 1 and out at turn 2 down the backstretch. So now we have a lead takeover. FRR and Flash now running 1-2 with Typical in 3rd and Field Filler now in 4th. And so we got plenty of laps to run too. We only are at 23 of 74. So we still got 51 more laps to go in stage 2. Man, Field Filler's looking like he's just right there. He's trying so hard to get up there. Come on, Field. Get on up there, baby. Field Fillers has such a consistent season, man. You haven't heard talk much of him, but he just finishes very, very well and finishes really, really consistent. Racer Rick also. He's had a really good season. He won himself Darlington early this year. That was a fun one. So he's got a win under his belt in FRR Cup Series. As he's got the 12 of 9 millimeter all over his tail right now. As we check in with a 21 car of Mini Golf, as he's got, looks like the 45 of Danny MD behind him now. So they're all lined up in the big train. Just kind of logging laps right now, I think.
Yeah, Pittman started making his way up. You got away from that 21 finally.
Good little battle here.
Yeah, I've been watching these guys.
Yeah, I've been watching them too. Just kind of hanging out. And Hurricane Hall having another good run. And True Death is not having the run that he wants to have tonight. I know he was looking for a better run tonight. Let's see if I can check in with Typical, as Typical now has caught and passed Field Filler and Showtime Flash and is up to second and is now caught The 4 car. Where did the 10 car just come from? I don't know where
What do you
that
mean?
just came. The 4, yeah. Now the 10.
Well,
The
he
10.
was back there in third, but he made the pass for second.
I thought he was back even further because Field Filler was right there. And I get.
No,
I
he was
mean,
there.
I get. I get. Okay, so I didn't realize that Typical was in third and Field Filler was in fourth. I thought it was reversed. But either way, here's Typical. He's really, really putting the pressure on Favre right now for the first place. Down the backstretch. Going into 1, Typical following right with the 4 car. As I'm trying to get a lap count. There's still plenty of laps left as we're only in stage 2, so there's still 39 laps left in stage 2. So these guys are actually still going to have another pit stop before the end of the stage. But checking in with my man Perky, trying to see where he is, and trying to see a leaderboard real quick. There we go. Alright, so pulling up, and Perky is having a great run at 7th, man. And Hurricane Hall at 6th. Perky in 7th. And that puts J-Lamb up to 8th. J-Lamb, man, look, having a great run tonight in the 48, and he has not had the season that he has definitely wanted. He has not had the finishes he has definitely wanted, but having a great run here. Currently running in 8th here at Richmond as green flag pit stops now starting to be made as mini golf and the 21 come down, as well as looks like the 9 car of Hurricane Hall. Yeah, that Hurricane Hall is down, so the green flag pit stops now going to be made. Kind of riding around with Mucka a little bit.
Here comes Typical.
Right.
The other 2 stay out.
And Hickross is out now, so he comes and finishes his service. And here comes Hurricane Hall catching up to the 2 of Mucka. And Mucka racing him hard right here for it. Not giving it up lately. KB Showtime making his service. He's down and away. Typical also down pit road along with the 14 of Perky. So all these guys down pit road. Kind of riding along with I was kind of riding along with Typical and seeing how fast and smooth he is able to just get around this track, man. It's incredible how fast and how smooth he is able to get that thing. But we got him we got a little bit of crash. It looked like coming out of the pits between the 4 of Favre and the 24 of Showtime Flash, which has allowed now the 10 car to pass both of them. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it looked like the 10 of it looked like the 4 of Favre and the 24 of Flash got together. There you see some damage to the hood of Showtime Flash, where some kind of contact was made and opened the door and allowed the 10 car to take the lead from both.
Now I'm guessing that was some sort of glitch.
Oh. Contact made there between the 4 and the 24.
Well, the 45 came down into the 4, and that caused the 4 to come up into the 24.
All right. Now looks like the 3. Let's see, who was that down pit road? Oh, I can't. I know somebody else went down pit road, but by dog if I can find them. Anyway, running great also, man, is Hurricane Hall. He's been running 7th all night. Perky is running 6th right there ahead with Field Filler, or I'm sorry, Mucka in 5th. So these guys have had a great run tonight, man. KB Showtime, who is right on Hurricane Hall, he's in 8th place, and as he's now moving next to Hurricane Hall, trying to take the position over, and he's going to do it, and he's going to take position over from Hurricane Hall and take the 7th spot, and now set his sights on the 6th spot of Perky. Perky in the 14 has had a great run tonight. Here's Perky here as we check in with Perky. So let's see as we get a lap count as we following the leaders now. As right now, Favre back out in front in the 4, Flash in the 24, and Typical in the 10, and they are through some really thick lap traffic.
Yep.
They got 18 laps to go in stage 2. So as they cross the start finish line again, there'll be 27 to go.
Hmm.
Very interesting. It's been a long time since we've seen these guys just kind of string it out.
Yeah, not much to talk about.
Yeah, they've just kind of strung it. They've just kind of been riding. As these two guys here riding, once again, the top three of FAR, Flash, and Typical. And
Oh, I tell you what, though. 21 and the 11 are together again. 11 making a pass on the 21. More contact. Just a little bit. 11 gets by him. 21 didn't leave him much room to not make contact. But it was just a little brush on the side.
The 21 looks like he might come back, though. Let's see what the 21 of mini golf will do. He'll put him in a wall. He won't hesitate to put him in a wall by accident, of course.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, them two guys have given us the most excitement so far tonight.
For real.
No offense to everyone else, but...
Yep, I try to make the broadcast always enjoyable to our viewers and have some fun with it. And just sit here telling bullshit talk.
I mean, it's been short track stuff. It hasn't been anything, you know, out of line.
Yeah. And things are starting to wind down a little bit as they're just picking them up and laying them down now. Well, let's get back to our leaders. And that is...
They're coming up on these guys, so...
That's going to be Typical.
Oop, 21 into the back bumper of the 11. 11 holds the spot. J-Lam trying to get under this 38 kV Showtime. Just can't get there. You good, Shady? Ooh, J-Lam a little out of shape there. Loses a spot. That's the end of the stage, I think. So, you there, Shady?
Yeah, I'm here.
We about to start stage 3 here.
I was just about to. I was just about to finishing up a message. Just had a message come through. I had to take care of real quick. As we are starting the stage 3, and surprise, surprise, there's that number 4 car. But now he's got the challenge of the 10 car right next to him on the outside, with Flash in 3rd and Field Filler in 4th. I'm telling you, do not count out this bird in the number 5 car or the 14 of Perky, who's Perky now on the inside underneath, and he's going to go take fourth spot. As right now, as Favre is getting right off on the hot spot, right on the hot start. Shot right out of a cannon. And here comes typical Red Devil. As we take off at stage 3, Favre jumping out to a big lead as he's got Typical right on his tails, followed by Showtime Flash and Perky in the 14 with Field Filler in the 5. And then you have pretty much everybody else all mixed together. Look at that. That's a lot of cars. You see 9mm, I guarantee you, he's got a good car, he just can't get through the traffic. Look at the traffic that 9mm's got to try to get through. So every time he tries to get through all that traffic, he has to burn up everything he uses. He's having such a hard time. Got collected in a couple incidents tonight as well. Mucka's having a really good run tonight, though. I believe Mucka right now is sitting in 6th place. Well, Mucka's having a good start to his comeback trail.
Top 5 here. All packed together. FRR, typical, Showtime Flash, Perky, Field Filler. And then it's a long way to 6th place. Now this top 3 trying to separate from Perky and Field Filler. A little bit. Inching away. Now FRR's starting to gap typical a little bit. See if we go getting back to him. Go all over FRR's bumper now. The Hurricane Hull trying to get by Mucka. And looks like he's going to clear him, yep. Mucka tries to cross over, but just doesn't have the momentum. Good battle here. I'm not sure what position it's for, but these 3 guys. Hurricane Hull trying to make the pass again. Maybe Showtime is just licking his chops watching these guys go at it, trying to make a move of his own here. Hurricane gets the spot. Now KB under Mucka. Takes it. See if Mucka can regroup and get 1 or 2 of those spots back. Well, Hurricane's gonna pit now. Napa sponsoring this race or something shady? Getting a lot of airtime for Napa. They better be sending you a hefty check. Looks like 4 tires and fuel for the 9 car, and he's on his way. Barb's still out in front. He's got about a car length and a half on Typical. Okay, Showtime Flash about a car length behind Typical in third. Perky and Field Filler battling right now for fourth. Field Filler is underneath trying to make the pass. Looks like he does, coming down the back straightaway. Yep. Makes the pass off of turn 2. So put Field Filler to fourth. As we continue to watch Hurricane Hull here. All by himself. I don't know what position he's in, but he's out there. Napa Auto Parts. Far ahead of Typical and Showtime Flash, like I said. Pit stop starting to cycle through here a bit. The 44 Rapids in. 7, a THC is in. See when these leaders choose to come in. Yeah, Phantom. This race is all about Hurricane Hull now. Stage 3 is sponsored by Napa. Hey, Shady, you got a copy? Shady? Racer Rick coming out of the pits. Seem to be having some technical difficulties here, folks. Apologize for that. We'll try to get you the, try to give you a radio style as best I can here. Leader's still out. Top 3 still out. Barb leading Typical and Showtime Flash. Barb's getting a gap now. Top 5 all still out. Now, looks like Perky made his pit stop from P5. Also, now Favre's coming in. Guys shouldn't have much left in their tanks at this point. Typical and Showtime Flash coming down the backstretch. Typical looks like he's coming in. He is. Showtime Flash stays out. So Flash will inherit the lead. Field Filler also stays out. So they're your top 2 as of now. Hurricane Hall, I believe, is 3rd right now. So we are watching the top 3 car as of now. That's good. Hey, Shady, wake up. I don't think he's sleeping. I think we just got some technical difficulties. You know, the broadcast antennas sometimes get a little out of whack. Difficult coming out. So THC, he's gonna get a DNF, so he's still sitting on pit road. We continue to watch this Napa Auto Parts Chevy Camaro. It is a beautiful paint scheme. Field Filler coming out. He's made his pit stop. Showtime Flash is still on pit road. What is going on with that? Well, he did stay out, but Field Filler. I wonder, did Showtime Flash get a speeding penalty? Because Field Filler's already out, and here comes Showtime Flash now, and I think he just went a lap down, like typical. Unless I'm just getting word that somebody spun out 2 people. I don't know who. But Showtime Flash is, I'm not sure if he just lost a lap on a speeding penalty or if I'm just going crazy. But right now, Favre's still the leader. Typical's about 6 car lengths back. And then Showtime Flash, I'm guessing he's got to be third unless he got a penalty. I don't know. I don't know what position the 9 car's in. He's in the top 10, I believe. You know what? I can find out actually. I'll go on his stream here. So, Hurricane Hull is 5th right now. So we watching our 5th place car right now. And unless we get this broadcast antenna fixed, seems like that's who we're going to be watching the rest of the night. Favre's got a huge lead now. Wow, he's really stretching it on Typical. I don't know if something happened to Typical. Showtime Flash is coming back into the pits now. So yeah, something going on with Showtime Flash. Yeah, Typical is way back. I'm not sure what's happening with these guys up front. Stage 3 has really become a interesting broadcast. So Favre is pretty much on an island. Showtime Flash is not far behind him, but I just saw him come down to pit again. So he's pit twice in the last 10, 15 laps. So Showtime Flash having some type of issues. Typical has fallen back. And Hurricane Hull is now back on pit. Well, you know what it is? They need to make another stop, so that's what it is. Well, that's my mistake. So Hurricane Hull makes his, what I'm guessing would be his last stop. Showtime Flash has made his last stop. So I'm not sure if Showtime Flash is... can you repeat that, True? So thank you for that. So leader right now is Typical. It's not Favre. So Typical, your leader. And then I'm guessing Favre would be second. And Showtime Flash, I believe, would be third unless he went a lap down. He's pit twice, and one more. Yeah, I guess Showtime Flash has to be a lap down, and he would get that lap back as it cycles through. Right now, Typical the leader in that 10 car. Alright, so I heard Typical and Field Filler, top 2. I'm not sure about the top 3, I didn't get that one. So Typical and Field Filler are up there right now. Just have to see how the rest of this plays out from here on out. Favre and Showtime Flash are running together. I believe... So Showtime Flash pitted, I'm guessing that means Favre pitted also. True Death is third. So it's Typical, Field Filler, True Death, Favre, and Showtime Flash. So Favre and Showtime Flash are on the lead lap. They're running 4th and 5th. So that means everybody is on the same pit cycle then. And you got Hurricane Hull back there in 6th. He's working on Showtime Flash right now, trying to get that 5th spot. Really good run tonight by Hurricane Hull. Watching him. Everyone's watching him. Trying to get to that 24's bumper. I know, Typical with a big lead though. These guys are going to need a caution if they're going to have any shot at catching him. I mean, I can't even see second place. Well, actually, is that Field Filler way back there? No, that's not Field Filler, so yeah, they're way back behind Typical right now. Gonna have 16 to go next time they cross the line. See J-Lam getting in the mix now, trying to catch Hurricane Hull for 6th. Pittman in the 11 gets around Perky for position, I believe for position. Yeah, the top 3 is very spread out. In fact, I think the top 4 is pretty spread out. So no real challengers in that grouping, but I mean, right here is really the closest battle we got towards the front. These 3 cars, Favre, Showtime, and Hurricane. Rapid is taking it to the garage. Here comes Showtime. Or is that a lap car? Nope, Showtime trying to get around Favre. And not going to be any more cautions. We've reached that point in the race, so... Should be smooth sailing for Typical unless he has a problem. Showtime flashes underneath Favre for 4th. He's been at his door for the last lap or so. Now he's going to clear him, I think, coming off of 4. And not quite. Not quite. They go into 1. Favre's still on his fender. Now he gets him cleared. And Hurricane Hall is right there trying to capitalize. Typical. Oh, Typical has to pit. Oh, no. Something happened with Typical, and he's just lost the lead. Unless he pitted already. Yeah, they're going to have to pit again. Because True Death is in the pits. Fuel only for the 3 car. I'm guessing that's going to be the strategy here for all these guys at the front. Trying to see if Typical... So Typical's not the leader. I think Typical pitted, and that's why we just saw him... Well, that's why I just saw him get passed. But right now it's Showtime Flash is the leader. Favre right there with him in 2nd. They're working through this lap traffic though, and you see Hurricane Hall 3rd. So we'll see how this cycles around. If it cycles around. That 45 car. 3 wide with the leaders. Hurricane Hall gets around Favre. Favre had an issue. Favre just lost the spots. Typical gets around him. Typical trying to catch these guys. I think Typical pitted before them. And he's got the tires. But Favre now back to 1, 2, 4th. Typical up to 3rd. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Typical up to 3rd. Showtime Flash and Hurricane Hall, your top 2. So we are watching the lead here. So, hey, Hurricane Hall, I guess somebody told him, hey, you're the one the broadcast is watching. 17's in the inside wall, stopped. And he was like, oh, I got to step my game up and get up here and battle for the lead at the end of the race. So, might work out perfect here. We'll see what happens here, though, as they work through that lap traffic. We'll see if that 24 can pull away a bit. It seems like he is a bit already, yeah. Yeah, he's getting the gap on that 9 car now. And that's it. Showtime Flash. Check us out. Showtime Flash is your winner. Hurricane Hall 2nd. And Typical 3rd. Not sure what happened to Favre there at the end. Not sure if there was contact. I missed it, but Favre was up there in the battle for 3rd. And he got loose and went up high and got passed by a bunch of cars. I think he wound up 5th, maybe 4th. Tell you in a second here. But Showtime Flash gets the win. Pulls it out on pit strategy. So Typical had that big lead. And when it's all said and done, that 24 picks up another win. Some season he's having. Did Hurricane Hull not get second? Well, whoever the top three is, I hope they know who they are and can come up into the booth, because I'm not sure who finished second. Flash typical fall of your top three tonight. So my apologies for that. So Hurricane Hull finishes 7th. He was a lap down. So Flash typical fall of the top three. We'll see if we can get these guys to the booth. And unfortunately we had some technical difficulties. Appreciate you, True Death, with that help there, calling out the positions. Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we at least caught the end of the race, the lead. I'm not sure. I think he might have something might have come up. I think he's still on. He's still in the party. Yeah.
Let's see. Do you want to broadcast top three? Interview the top three, or?
Yeah, I'll get him.
All right, let me.
If you can get them in here, if they want to join up.
Things on.
It's a good race by you guys out there. Pretty clean. I think you got one caution.
I think so. Yeah.
And, yeah, pretty
well raced.
That's clean and green. Just got a little confusion for the broadcast up here with the pitch strategies.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell who's a lap down, who's not.
I'm trying to find Zippo and Flash. There's typical. There's Flash.
So we got our second and third place in here.
Okay.
I guess we'll start with third. Favre, you got a copy?
Yeah, yes, sir. I got you.
What's going on, man? You had a great race out there again. Looked like for the first half of the race or so, maybe even the first 3 quarters, that you were going to just dominate again. But a lot of pitch strategy came in. Typical was really fast. Got up there in the end. Showtime, obviously. Just take me through your race. What was it like out there?
I am just absolutely distraught at myself right now. I did what I wanted to do in stage 3, but so I wanted to make up time. I knew I wasn't going to have to take any tires on the second stop in stage 3. So I saw Flash do this last year, and I'm like, oh, well, I could probably gain some time, coming out of pit road instead of being on old tires and being stupid loose, coming out on fresh tires and making it stick and going full throttle out of there. So I went in, but I didn't realize we still had 42 laps to go, and I had only 37 left in the tank, so I had to save 5 laps of fuel that last run, and I still almost got it, but the last two or 3 laps, I had, I think, 2 laps of fuel with like almost 4 to go. So once I knew that I was completely out of it, I backed off of Flash. But I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Flash. Flash had an amazing car, so did Typical. But I handed that race up to anybody on a silver frickin' platter. At least I wish I would have been able to at least fight for it. I don't make those kinds of mistakes ever, so I am really frickin' pissed. But congrats to Flash and Typical. I see you guys way too often. I'm glad Flash, maybe you could chime in on this quick. I was getting really tired of leading there for the first like 70% of the race. So, I heard you say that in the captain's chat, so I thought, maybe I should let somebody else lead. It was getting really nerve-wracking up there.
Nah, I never said anything like that. Carry on.
Oh my God, I'm just distraught. I feel like I should have won that race, but just stupidity. That's what happens to you. Somehow, some way, I held on to third place. Was hoping for a caution there towards the end, and it never came, so I could have had another shot at it, but it never came. So, all in all, it was a great race. I absolutely loved my car. Just stupid mistakes. That's what you get.
Yeah, and I feel like that happens in those. That was the kind of race where that's gonna happen. Short track takes a lot of energy, and it was a long one. Not a lot of caution. Just to kind of, even those few seconds of caution, you kind of, I feel like when I'm driving, that's like a little bit of a reset. But yeah, it was a fun one to watch. It was kind of like an old school short track race, and yeah, I know it's not the finish you wanted, but. It's the top 3, and I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna really affect you when it comes playoff time. So, good run out there, man, and go get them next week.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, great points tonight for myself and my teammates as well. SHR is just kicking ass this year, so hopefully see you next week, Izzy.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the time, man. Hey, Typical.
What up?
What's up, man? Man, I thought it looked like you had a huge lead there at the end. I guess you were just off cycle. We had some technical difficulties up here in the booth, so it was hard to keep track of everything that was going on with the pitting. But, I mean, you missed qualifying, worked your way up to the front from the back, and once you got up there, I mean, we saw you kind of running behind Farr for a while, but once you got to the lead, it seemed like you just really put a gap on the field. So, it looked like you had a good car out there, man.
Yeah, it was a good car. I think it was the best car on the track. I think I showed multiple times when Farber pulled away, I could just reel him right back in 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from here. So what did go on from? Because like I said, we couldn't really relay to the people watching what was going on with the pit strategy. So you were leading there towards the end, and did you pit a little too early, too late? What do you think was the deciding factor there with that kept you from being first?
I had about a second lead on Flash when he short pitted me, so I just stayed out as long as I could. I was hitting good lap times. I was hitting about 20.9s every single lap. Yeah, near the end of my fuel run, the 21 car got side by side with me for 2 laps straight and held me up a little bit. Probably lost about not 2 seconds, but probably a second there. And my exit at pit road was garbage. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
well,
I feel like I could, either me or Farr could be the one sitting and nowhere in a spot, but we're not. So, got to give credit where credit is due, and congrats Flash on the win.
Yeah, I was just gonna say right before you said that, I was just gonna say when it comes to either you 3 guys, it's kind of it's kind of fitting when you 3 guys are running up front like that, because you guys, you all are capable of being the class of the field. So I'd say certainly nothing to be disappointed in if you finish third amongst that group, anywhere in the top 3. I know you finished second, but you know what I'm saying. Amongst that group, you guys put on a great show. Yeah, of course. But all right, man.
Class of the field tonight.
Yeah. So thanks for the time, Typical, and see you next week as well, hopefully.
Yes, sir. See you.
Showtime Flash.
What's
It's
up,
getting.
man?
This is becoming a routine, man.
Shoot.
Becoming a
I hope
routine.
it does.
Finishing off the night with you up here.
Oh man, I tell you what, like winning Pocono was, last. I had a really great car that could end, and going into last night's practice, far we're talking, and we're just making things to our car, and running lobbies because we both didn't have the time during the week to really do much. And we get in for the practice race last night, and my car was okay. It was just not to the level of the 4 or the 10. And I tell you that just this little story here. So Favre gets in, he's making his adjustments. I know this because I overheard him say it. He gets in there, he messes with his car for about 30 seconds, I kid you not. And he goes into this practice race and he's whipping everyone's butt, except for Typical's. So, I knew I had work to do today, and made a great change. Lowered the front sway bar 1 click, and had to mess with the front springs a little bit, and I could at least hang with them. And it was like an old school IROC race, man. Like the 3 of us were lined up. It would, we'd gain a little on Favre, he'd pull out just a little bit, and we'd get him right back. And what a race, though. It just makes the win that much better, really, to win against those two, how close we were the whole race.
Yeah, it was, you guys really pulled. I mean, I said at the end, like, I can't even see 4th place right now. I don't even know if he's on the same track. So, yeah, man, whatever you did to that thing, sway bar, whatever you did, you had it dialed in perfectly. Got yourself another win, and, I don't know. I was trying to think of a follow-up question, but I think you pretty much said it all. There's not much to say. Kind of, the race spoke for itself.
Yeah,
and you guys all up the lead there, kept it clean. I mean, we saw a little bit of excitement with a few guys in the back, just nothing crazy, just a little bumping and banging. But really, everybody who ran up front really didn't see much contact or anything. I mean, you guys just kind of, like you said, it was like an old school IROC type race where guys it felt like guys were where they were supposed to be. There wasn't anything crazy happening to cost guys' positions. Everybody was kind of where their cars and there should have been, as far as speed and consistency. So, yeah, it was a good one to watch, man. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. Just to, I'll add to my pit strategy here. So, because it was really confusing there for a while. I heard Favre say over the captain's chat that he had messed up, so I knew he was probably a few laps short and would have to save. I stretched my fuel as far as it could go that first run, and then I pit, and I was 2 laps short, and I re-pit a few laps later, knowing that I'd rather have the clean exit off pit road with newer tires than what Typical ended up doing, in case I get loose on pit exit, and didn't have to take any fuel or tires on that pit stop, so it saved me a couple seconds there. And I was just trying to get into a position to maybe manage the gap once we came off of pit road, and just happened to pass Favre at the same time that the 10 was exiting, and I saw he got looser or something as he was coming off the turn. So crazy race, even crazier that the way it ended with the pit stuff, but probably one of the best, or probably one of the hardest races I've had to drive for any win. Take a lot of pride in this one, for sure, just based off I've had to race, and can't wait to keep going for sure.
Yeah, man, it was definitely well deserved, and yeah, can't wait to see you keep going. Like I said, it's becoming a routine having you up here, and I'm sure we're going to be doing it again. Probably next time Shady, because he asks the good questions. So,
Yeah, it's all good,
But,
man. I talk enough for everybody.
yeah, I appreciate it though, man. Made it easy on me.
Yeah, Michigan will be wild next week too, so can't wait to watch
yeah.
that one back after it's run.
Yeah, for sure, man. Congratulations and enjoy celebrating. Sorry, Chuda, go ahead.
You finally give a shout out to the whole league because that was a well raced race tonight. Only what 2 cautions total?
Yeah, I mean, I remember one. I don't even remember if there was a second one.
I think it was 2.
Yeah.
It might have been.
It was just one. It was just one.
Was it? Okay.
And then we had the 2 stages.
Yeah. And as well, we came a long way since the beginning of the season. So we're to be Richmond. So I'm proud of everybody. Everybody raced a good race, clean race, and kept it clean. That's all we wanted.
All right. Yeah, it was a good one to watch, like I said, and yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up now. So, I mean, this is gonna probably be a long broadcast. We'll be on the air here until Shady gets his antenna worked out or whatever. But we're gonna sign off here. Maybe Shady will say some words whenever he gets his stuff worked out over there before he goes off the air. But yeah, congratulations to everybody. Showtime on the win. Typical second and a FRR third. Congratulations to you guys and congratulations to everybody on a really well-run race. And we'll see everyone next week at Michigan. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good